bright and so shiny.
Hi, I'm Jodie.
And I'm Ashley.
And I'm Edie. I'm Matt.
And this is Max,
our dog.
And we are
the
Beau
Luna Adventures.
That's actually right.
We are documenting our challenges and triumphs as we convert this Mercedes Sprinter into a comfortable family campervan.
Once completed, we'll travel in it long term whilst world schooling our children, stepping out of our comfort zone and embracing a new adventure.
Please subscribe to follow our journey.
Welcome back, thanks for coming back. We've got another video. This time it's on installing the floor.
Yes, it's all down.
Yeah, it feels like a real step of progression, doesn't it? It feels like we've actually got something ticked off the list, which is brilliant. Woo-hoo. So the process was we hammer-righted the floor. We treated the rust on the floors, a bit of surface rust in the sort of valleys in the
just
floor.
A little bit.
Yeah, just a bit.
A little bit of rust.
So we treated that rust and then we hammer-righted it.
Had a giggle.
Yeah, a bit of a laugh and a giggle when we were in here getting gassed out by that on one of the videos as well. So that was the first step, and then we got the battens.
Yes, the blue long batten things.
Yeah, the pressure treated roofing battens that are treated not to take in any moisture. And we got the 25mm high, because then it's the same height as the insulation board that we fitted. Yes. So here's a little bit on the process of measuring up and installing. Okay, got my measurements. Let's go and see if they correspond with the floor that came up. Right, well, with using the old floor that I've taken out, this one here, as a template, and also the measurements that I took when I was actually in the van, got the jigsaw out, and we're going to cut the 12mm ply to hopefully the right size. All right, let's give it a go. Got Max the inspector checking out the work, make sure it's all going to plan. Right, so yeah, that piece of board fits really nicely, and I've just put a line at the wheel arch here and also lines along the floor, so I know exactly where that board comes to. So when it comes to putting the battens down, I've got a good guide of exactly where I need them. I've got my battens 25mm high, and the ones that are going to go the length of the van are 38mm, but the ones that are going across, because I want to give myself plenty of room to get screws in and hold them down so there's no squeaking, things like that, I've got 50mm wide. So 25mm tall, 50mm wide, and I'll put those across everywhere there's a join in the plywood. So that should give us a nice solid floor, a nice solid foundation to build everything off. Okay, I've cut the battens to size for the back half of the van, so I'm going to glue those down now. It's in the evening, it's about 6:30 I think, 6:15. So I'm going to get them down and get some weights on top of them, and then they should set overnight. I've got a plethora of different adhesives to use for sticking the battens down. I've got some crazy 400kg stuff. I've got instant grab adhesive, and this one's waterproof instant grab adhesive, so I think I'm going to use this near the back door and then just use the instant grab adhesive for the bits that are internal. So yeah, let's get cracking. Well, the girls are happy running up and down the street with Max. So I've got the battening in for the floor. I've just put the adhesive on that, and I've got a few pots and weights and things, pots of paint and weights and things, just to anchor it in place while the adhesive sets overnight. So next morning, after putting the floor battens down yesterday, last thing before we called it a night, and most of them are pretty good. I've taken some of the weights off. There are a couple, annoyingly, which haven't taken, so I'm gonna have to re-adhesive them and get a lot more weight on them. There was a couple of bits of wood that were warped, and I got, that's the going to be the swivel base for the driver's seat, and it weighs a ton, so that worked really well. So what I'm going to do, there's another little bit here that didn't take too well. It's just where the wood's warped slightly, so I'm going to get a lot more weight on this, put some more adhesive in it, and the same with that one there, and yeah, that should do us for this part.
So then once the battens were down, we then started with the process of the insulation. We had to do some soundproofing and sound deadening first, sticking all that bits down onto straight onto the
shell of the van, yeah, the floor of the van.
Then I was going to say framework, and then insulating it, and it was very precision cutting.
Yes.
On your part.
Yeah, because when we glued the battens down, we didn't make sure they were exactly square and things like that. So we had to measure one end of the batten and then the other end of the space in between the battens, and sometimes it was sort of up to about 5 mil out. So we wanted to get it pretty exact, so there was no gaps and no cold spots in the floor or in the vapour barrier and what have you. So
did your maths GCSE help out with that?
I know, I felt like I was doing trigonometry on some of the angles and the cutting, getting them the right size, and things
especially
like
when
that.
some of them had like little bits cut out as well, like when you were doing the bits like right next to the edge of the
wheel arches and things like that. I had a couple of little bits of batten
bizarre,
just to stop the floor sagging in those areas. So
they were quite bizarre, weren't they? So yeah, that was fun. And then also with the aluminium, I said that right?
Yeah,
tape.
Aluminum.
I can't say that word properly.
Aluminium
foil tape to put over the top of the wood, and stick that to the wood and the
insulation boards.
Yeah, so it covers the whole thing for a good vapour barrier.
That's it. So it'll come all the way down the walls. Yes, and like you say, yeah, continue the vapour barrier, so make sure there's no moisture forming on the inside shell of the van and soaking into the insulation and things like that. So yeah, this is how we fitted the insulation once the battens were down.
David and I shook hands and grinned the grimmest delusion and shared the conclusion. It's the old story, he said. Every bag of facts off soon as the cement has to be unloaded. Dave had been at Fairleigh for long enough to have absorbed something from Nashville. I looked uneasily at the mountain of cement.
Queen's Jubilee weekend, we're having a really productive weekend. It's a long one. So we've got all of the insulation in the floor, got the kids or the back seat rails in, they're all in place. We got all the insulation down and it's all battened out, and we're just taping off, putting the silver foil tape over the battens to give it a nice continuation of the vapour barrier. So yeah, we're having a really productive time. And the floor's all cut to size as well, so the plywood floor. So yeah, we're just cracking on. And so I'll show you what it looks like in a few minutes when we get the floor down. Okay, floor in the van's coming on really nicely, looking good, but we've had to stop it to celebrate Max's our dog.
Trying to run away from me.
Birthday, we got lots of ribbons. Even though his birthday is not until September and it's only June.
Ceremony 6.
Okay, right. That's the floor down, which is a good step in the process. And I might have gone a bit overboard with the battening out and the screwing the floor down, because I got through 200 pack of wood screws and had to resort to getting another pack. But it looks great and it's really secure, as you can imagine. And I've just gone and got the sample that we picked up of safety flooring, so I think that's going to look really, really nice. And it might even go over the rails, but I'm not sure about that yet. But this is yeah, really lovely. This is Altro safety flooring, and it's not antique oak, mountain oak. So yeah, that's going to look really nice. So yeah, really pleased with how things have progressed these last couple of days.
So there we go, that was the fitting of our floor. If you'd like to follow our journey on here, then please ding the bell and give the videos a like, and subscribe if you want to see some more.
Yeah, we'd love to have you coming along with us and join us on our journey. If you've got any questions about fitting the floor, then please, you know, drop them in the comments below, and we'll be happy to help along with those if we can. And
check out our other videos. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, join us again, and we'll catch you again soon.
We'll see you soon. Bye.
Cheers. Bye.